Hey guys, it's me once again, and I'm here for another little talk video here. And this is basically something that I'm doing for Deep Blue Sea's 20th anniversary, or just talking about a certain thing that kind of bugs me to this day after watching it again. I mean, that's not to say that I hate Deep Blue Sea, because genuinely I love Deep Blue Sea. It's one of my favorite shark films I've ever seen. It definitely has a special place in my dang heart that I would not want to get rid of. And I personally do think that this, like right now after watching it again, I personally like this about as much as Jaws, or somehow better than Jaws. But I'll get to why I think that, but that'll be for a little bit. So if anything, I'm just really wanting to explain something that I've been bugged by for this particular movie, and that happens to be the ending. Now, I know people have explained how they felt about it, but somehow some of these people kind of do a half-assed job of explaining it. And I know the filmmakers, like Rennie Harlan himself, explained it, like even before and after they was making this dang movie, or somehow releasing this movie, making these dang assumptions that is like, oh no, let's just go ahead and listen to the audience, which that kind of bugged me. I'll get to that later. But seriously, I need to get to the point. Dr. Susan McAllister is not a bad character, in my opinion at least. I personally thought she was a good character, and just to show the film itself and the deleted scenes that came out for the DVD and Blu-ray, she's not that terrible. She's actually a character we were supposed to feel empathy towards. It's just that now, ever since they were cutting this stuff out, they wanted us to not feel bad for Susan. And you want to know what I think? It's the absolute stupidest thing they did, and it kind of tanked the movie. It didn't really make the movie better. It only made it better for those who did not have any understanding of character development for a shark movie, or just can't take shark movies seriously. And I don't know, we get shark movies nowadays that are either good, or sometimes you don't have to take them seriously. But most of those happens to be Sci-Fi Channel bullshit, and that stuff is not good at all. It's not. Including Deep Blue Sea too, by the way. But like I said, Susan's character development in the movie, I personally don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, she did go Victor Frankenstein on the dang sharks, but I'm really gonna think that she really didn't do that on purpose. Even if she did, that could have seen a little bit differently. But at the same time, throughout the entire film, when like after the whole chaos ensues in the whole facility, she starts to regret her decisions and starts seeing the problems right then and there, even to the point when she has to go to her room to go and try to grab the research equipment. She then decides later that there's no point. She gives it up, and now she's ready to go ahead and kill the sharks and redeem herself. And that is something that the film should have left in, or the filmmakers themselves should have left that ending on there. And whoever the hell the brain dead test audiences are in that theater that said that character deserved to die, or one of those test cards was like kill the bitch or something, that was really annoying. And for director Rennie Harlan to say that was an amazing revelation, that for those who hated Susan decided to go and change the ending, that is a bad idea in my opinion. You could have just left the changed ending like as a cutting room floor decision, or just leave it as a deleted moment to say, hey, if you hated Susan, kill her, and they kill her off, or leave this as a deleted scene, because the original ending should have been in the final cut. And I would love to see that. I would love to see an extended version of the film if they ever release one, because this film deserves more care than just being seen as a so bad it's good shark film where you do not care about characters, because the movie feels serious. In my opinion, when I saw this film when I was younger, this film was serious to me. And yeah, it scared me, it surprised me, it shocked me. It's obviously better than Jaws. That's why I seem to like it much more than Jaws, even if I love Jaws equally as much, or The Shallows as much. But this film's better in many ways. And Susan was also one of the main reasons why I kind of like the film any dang way. And not just Samuel L. Jackson dying off in that iconic way. If anything, aside from me complaining about that, the other issue I had with this film, between this whole dang thing, that there are characters that were a part of this. Janice Scottings, Jim, the guy who got his arm bitten off, and Carter. And we're all involved in this too. Russell, played by Samuel L. Jackson, he's just an observer, so he's not a part of this. But I'm talking merely to the characters that are, the ones that are also involved in the situation. So I don't know why they always got to go play in the blame game and go say, oh, Susan did it. Yeah, Susan may be the brainchild of the idea, but everybody else joined in. So why the hell didn't they back out? Just a little thing I'm saying here, because this gets annoying with certain things that I get really sick and tired of seeing nowadays with most movie characters I see. Because there are movie characters that I genuinely love that everybody else, for some dumb reason, hate. And it's all for the wrong reasons. For example, Maisie from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Rose and Admiral Hodo from Last Jedi, which are examples. I can just go at all day how much I like those characters and understood their decisions and understood why they did said decision. And yet for some random ass reason I go on the internet and see many people complaining about it, and it's just all for the wrong reasons. And I hate that. I really do. And this ending here, to hear people saying they have no damn idea what Susan is or what her character arc is, it kind of disappoints me that they want to go ahead and just have her killed off and left with a completely pointless ending. It's a completely pointless conclusion to her arc that wasn't even solved. Her death wasn't even earned. And I know most people who are out there can't agree with me. She didn't deserve to die. She did what she did, but she wanted to redeem herself. And that whole dang thing. It makes more sense to keep her character alive. And if anything, I just love seeing all the rare stuff, all the rare publicity photos and footage, like small bits and pieces of the ending of Susan carrying that spear gun and shooting that shark and then kissing Carter, or Carter kissing her apparently. Like, I love to see that. I just really think now at this time, after watching the film again 2 days ago, just still have a problem with the ending we got. As much as it's entertaining to see LL Cool J take down the shark, it still felt pointless, because how would LL Cool J's character Preacher even know about the plan while he's sitting there trying to relax himself while he's being healed? Now I think we would spend more time healing rather than hearing the plan. Yeah, I get it. He opened his eye and understood what the heck was going on, but how fast did he want to go get the gun? And how fast did he want to go crawl to the freaking Yep, again, confusing to me. For that particular scene to be removed from the original cut for the film, it's just that they should have kept the original version to where Susan lived. I don't even care if anybody hated it, because nowadays anybody can just hate an ending to anything. Like, people complain about any ending and they wouldn't like it because they want something to happen their way. And the filmmakers somehow in this movie just took notice and be like, let's just get what the audience want. Nope, this whole movie is not a franchise. If it was a franchise, it would have been understandable, but it's not a franchise. You had all the creative freedom to go and make the movie you want to make, and don't give a shit about the audience. Don't listen to them. Sometimes fan service or audience pleasure can work at times, but in the case with Deep Blue Sea, what we have right now, it's not. It's not. I wish to see an extended version someday. Even if they won't release it, but they will probably wait till 10, 20 years later to do it. They gotta do it someday. I understand Susan McAllister's character development and the original ending, and I want to see that. I mean, if anything, I can get a great imagination of how the dang thing went out by listening to Trevor Rabin's score of the film, the original Kill Big Shark theme song, or Big Shark Kill, whatever. Like, the original score track to that whole dang soundtrack sounded completely different from the final product, which means the whole dang film was meant to be different, and the whole character arc of Susan was meant to be much better by the original version, rather than having her being completely removed or digitally cut off because people hated her. And for people to hate her are the same people that pretty much didn't even understand her character, and that's a damn shame. This movie definitely needs more love and treatment, and heck, I've never seen a 4K release of this film yet. Maybe the 4K release may give us that ending, and if they do, that'd be a damn good pleasure to anybody who loves that character and Deep Blue Sea in general, because it'll also make up for having to see Deep Blue Sea 2, which was complete shit. And if anything, I don't want to see Deep Blue Sea 2 anytime soon. I've watched it again and again, and it kept getting worse and worse. I found it fine the first time, but it just didn't work. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. I personally think Susan is a good character. She's basically like every other misunderstood character that comes out in most movies nowadays. And it does piss me off nowadays to see people take a shit on a character that don't deserve to die. If you understood the motives and understanding a bunch of other things that the character is going through, you would have probably accepted the fact that we should have had the original ending, aside from keeping that really, really disappointing yet somehow entertaining ending of LL Cool J killing the shark. But I guess that's how the way it's supposed to go. But again, this is why nowadays I don't seem to understand what audience pleasure or fan service is anymore, because it can ruin something really, really badly. I seem to have a better understanding with the character. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you can call me crazy or something, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. Say what you want about her. I like her. So that's it. See you guys later.